All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, welcome back to our Courage to Be You series, Voices of Courage. This is by Class Living. And today I am very excited because I have three very beautiful ladies that's coming on board. And Julia is not able to make it today, so I'm all alone hosting. But that's okay. And we are going to continue to explore what you call that, the Enneagram personality type, which we come to the end of this this segment, which we'll be looking at the type 9. So I hope you're enjoying your lunch. Right, so while you are having your lunch, you can enjoy this conversation and learn a little bit more about your personality as well as your shape. Okay, so we were going to explore more about what is shape again with these beautiful ladies, which are going to invite right here, right now. Hello, hello. One, two, three.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Uh,
Have you taken your lunch?
no, yet. No,
Later,
Not yet.
later. Yeah.
Later, later. Look, Carol and I we are wearing yellow.
Color coordinated.
Whoa.
When she come on, I was like, "Ooh, yellow!" Synergy. Yeah. So, how are you, ladies, feeling?
I'm actually quite excited. I don't know what to
Yeah.
expect, so yeah.
Yeah. I was looking at
Just
the
go with the
questions. I was like,
flow, right?
whoa.
I have no time to read your question at all.
It's fine because type 9
Yeah.
can just go with the flow.
Oh, yeah, that's one of our strengths.
Yes, that's one of our strengths, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so to give you all a little bit of background so that nobody is lost. We have been talking about this series, Courage to Be You, and it all begins with you. So we are exploring different areas, different domains about you, from identity, and then to personal, to your personality. So we have been using this acoustic called shape. Okay, SHAPE, shape. So it's by Pastor Rick Warren. So there is a faith-based element in it, which is the first letter S, which stands for spiritual gift. All right. So you can also relate it to your purpose in life, your spirituality of it. And then the H is for your heart. What is your heart passionate about? What's your passion? Okay. And then the A is for your abilities, your natural abilities. And then the P is your personality, which we're going to talk about a little bit more later. And then the E in the shape is experiences. So the experiences in your life, right? So by understanding your shape will give you a clue to your purpose in life. So that's what we have been talking about, in this series. And we have been inviting different personality types, different ladies to come on board to share about their shape. So today we are wrapping up the series with the type 9, and we are all the type 9s, including myself. Yeah, so we're going to go with the flow. So please take the initiative to jump in, don't you wait for me, I wait for you. Regarding the first question. So, what are some of your strengths? Maybe we start with like what are some of your strengths and blind spots that you know about yourself? Who wants to go first?
I think the strength is like what you said just now, right, Lillian? We can just go with the flow. We can blend in very well.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's also actually kind of like a blind spot, because when we blend in, sometimes we get lost and we run other people's agenda and not what is actually our own purpose. Yes. I think Brenda just dropped off.
Yeah, Brenda
We
just
lost
dropped
her
herself
there for
out.
a
Okay,
bit.
she's
Oh,
coming back.
there she is.
Yay!
Hey.
Yeah.
So you're saying that going with the flow is both. It can be seen both as your strength
Yeah, two
and
sides of the coin, right? Yeah.
yes, two sides of the same coin. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about moving back to the shape again? Do you know what's your heart's passion about? What are you passionate about?
Right.
Mm.
So after I left corporate, it's been a searching, it's been a journey of discovery. So my passion now, or what my heart's passion is, or what my mission is actually to be the light, to help light the way for those that are searching. And when I say
Mm.
searching, they could be lost in finding out their purpose or what they
Mhm.
actually want to do with life, or they could be having a lot of obligations torn at them and like not quite sure which
Mm.
direction they want to head towards. So
Mm.
that's my mission. And actually, I stumbled, and that's why I'm actually doing coaching, because I love
Right.
that process. Yeah. And
Yes.
the beauty of it.
So on that note, I forgot to ask you all to introduce yourself.
Okay.
But it's good. You're talking about what your heart passionate about, right? So
Yeah.
that will connect to why you're doing what you're doing, and that
Yes.
will give you a great opportunity to introduce yourself. So yeah, we'll start with Lynette, and then we go with Carol and Brenda. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I combine my past experience of corporate with what I'm doing right now. So I'm an executive and life coach, ICF trained. I'm working towards my PCC. Almost there, almost there. Yeah. So
Yay.
excited to be on that journey as well, because it's a journey of not only self-discovery, but
Mm,
also a discovery process
mm,
with the client as they get to know more about themselves. And actually, along the way, the coach is actually coaching the coach. Yeah,
yeah.
which is the interesting part about, uh,
Thank
amazing
you,
part about
Lynette.
coaching. Yes.
Yeah. All right. How about Carol? Carol, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, my name's Carol, and Lynette. First of all, I want to say, thank you for sharing it, because I couldn't agree with what you more with what you just said. And for me, I'm a confidence coach. Well, it all started because growing up as a child, I wasn't very very confident, and because of that negativity and this internal conversation that I had in my head, that led me to very bad choices in life. Then because of that, I went down to the pit, and I was able to get out of it, through the help of a life coach myself. And so, that inspired me to go into coaching. But I first have to fix my insecurity about not being confident. So I
Mm,
started out as an image coach myself. So I'm a certified style image coach from London, and right now I'm actually coaching women how to feel and confident. How to be better, in fact. And in terms of what Lynette has mentioned earlier about being the light, well, I don't see myself as a light yet, but I see that I'm there, to actually to support and also to guide my clients through the journey, because having been through the journey myself.
mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah, I think I mean those of us who know Carol, she has gone through a very challenging time, and she has
Mm.
shared at our monthly empowerment meeting as well. So yeah, we look forward to more of her, partnering with her in the area of coaching as well as Lynette. Yeah. Okay, Brenda.
Hi. Okay, myself is a parenting education coach. I've been with my champs for the last 14 years. Still with my champ, passionate to reach out to the families, the students, and give some humble advice for parenting tips. Yeah, and of course, together with Lillian, co-founder of Glass Living, as well as EXCO in Women of Courage Asia, where we are all in, right? Yeah. Yeah, mother of three. Yeah, because recently, I think lately attended some NLP program and Enneagram, so get very excited with all this at the moment. So, yeah, what is in store for us, Lillian?
Well, I mean, we are all on the self-discovery journey, right? And as
Yes,
all of
yes,
us have gone through that journey, we are
yeah,
all empowered to empower others So I'm very excited, also very happy that we are doing this together.
Yeah.
And then by exploring our personality, we get to know each other better. We get to know each other's pattern, the strength and our blind spots. And then we have to
Exactly.
really learn from each other and bear with each other
Mm.
as we grow together in this journey. Okay, so thanks for the introduction. We all know what each of your expertise. Let's continue with the shape. So just now, Lynette shared about what's her heart passionate about, right? And then Carol and Brenda, what is that one particular area that you're very passionate about?
Well, for me, I'm passionate about helping women. My heart has always been, with women. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Brenda?
Family, more on parenting, how, even for myself, how I can learn from other parents, how to continue to nurture and be an impact to our children, as well as helping others who has, I cannot say that they have difficulty, but not aware how to really help their children. Yeah.
So you see, like even though we are all passionate about helping women, and impacting lives, we all also have very specific, even more specific targeted area, right? That we are all passionate about. That's how we are same but different.
Something I would like to point out. You realize that all four of us are actually coaches.
Yeah, I was like, for a second, I was like, whoa.
Oh, yes.
We are all passionate about very specific area. I'm really into the mindset about all about moving fear to courage. Yeah. So how about natural abilities? Share with us what are your natural abilities, or even hidden ones that we have yet to know.
I think for me it would be like intuition. I think I've been just instinctively I feel and kind of like kind of just somehow know something, and then I've been told that I'm intuitive as well. Is it the same for you, for Lynette and Brenda?
It could be natural abilities like sing, play the guitar, musical instruments, maybe like the harp.
Don't ask me.
I know someone who plays the harp. That's so cool, so cool. Yeah,
Beautiful instrument.
yes, she's really like so angelical, and then she's so beautiful some more. Okay, how about some more. Let's hear what are your natural abilities. Don't be shy.
I think I have some discernment.
Okay.
It's like something that I'm unaware, but suddenly something will just pop out, and then I was like, it's like you can just discern something that is said, which is not what is the intended, what is shown by the person.
Right.
Okay. Also, like something that you really don't know. Example, like the first time my son actually escaped from CCA, right? First time only, but I just had that discernment, and then I just went straight to the school, and the teacher was asking, "Where's your son?" Then I'm like, I also wonder why am I here. Then that's how I went to the friend. We both went to the friend house and called him. So then after he said, "This is my first time only, mommy. This is my first time." So he's like, wow. And the teacher assured me, yes. The teacher also said, yeah, it's actually his first time. Yeah, so I think from there on, he didn't know.
Right. Well, that's spiritual gift you're talking about.
It's actually not one time, but a few times. Of course, not the same son, but with other friends. It's like, I can just send something.
Wow, okay.
Wow. So we have intuitive and then discernment. Wow. Lost between the two.
Okay, that's more like spiritual gifts.
Yeah.
And how about natural abilities? Let's talk about natural abilities. I know all of us can cook to a certain degree, whether edible or not, whether we appreciate it or not.
That's true.
What else? What else that we didn't know? Something that we didn't know about.
It's my ability to perhaps relate to others. Yeah.
Okay.
That somehow I have had a lot of feedback that can talk like old friends. The ability to relate, to others. I think it's a combination of perhaps empathy, of just providing that listening ear so that the person is the client is able to share. Yeah, and actually I'm actually there holding that space for them.
Yeah. I think for this particular trait, hey, hi, this is Nicole. That's Nicole. Hello. Hi, Nicole. Yeah. So I think that abilities that you just mentioned, do you all think, like Brenda and Carol, do you all think that this is something that comes quite naturally for both of you as well? Like relatable, people like to talk to us, people like to come to us for, advice and, share their hearts.
Yeah.
Is it something very common for both
is.
of you as well?
True. I've been told I'm the aunt agony, for my friends growing up. They come and talk to me about their problems,
Initially, I never think that it is something is an ability, but after Lynette shared, I thought about it. Yeah,
Makes sense, It's
yeah, makes sense. Very natural.
Yeah, very natural. They
It has
just come
never
to you
occurred
as
to me
well.
this is an ability. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a gift and ability lah that just very in us. Yeah. Anything else? Yeah, wow, all very high level. Like I was like talking about like maybe some natural abilities.
Really drop hints.
Yeah, like I drop in there. I play musical instruments.
yeah. Then what about like say, like empathy? I mean the thing is like, I feel people's emotions. So when they're sad, right, when they cry, I see them cry, I cry also. Is this some kind of related to being being able to empathize with other people?
Yeah, yeah. So I think that is a common trait in the Enneagram personality type 9. So if you find, for our audience, if you find that you can relate to us, you can understand what we're talking about. Like somehow we're just able to not only empathize but see different perspectives, right? Like do y'all agree that you somehow you are able to like understand where you're coming from? You also understand this person,
Like
where
a
this person
mediator.
yeah, like
Yeah.
we understand where everybody is coming from, right?
The peacemaker.
Yeah, but that again is a double-edged sword, right?
Oh yeah.
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 So how does that double-edged sword for you? What kind of experiences have you encountered with this ability? Being able to see multiple perspectives. How is it a strength and a weak, and something that will sabotage you as well? Some examples.
So
Lynette, you go first, since you already have
Yeah, it's always
you look like you have something on it.
hey, I feel like being arrow now.
we take longer time to process.
Yeah, actually that's the strength of us, right? We need some time to process so that it sinks in a bit and then process it before we can say out. So I think that ability to be the peacemaker also sometimes it seems like you have no view of your own. Yeah, it comes across that you have no view of your own. But I think it's really trying to, for me, I think it's really trying to balance out, hearing everyone out, and then, okay, so what do we want to drive towards? Let's work towards that, right? Okay, let's everybody keep a bit and then we move forward. Because if you
A
insist on
common
your
goal,
own,
right?
correct, let's work towards a common goal. Because if you insist upon your own, then you continue fighting lor. And then let's see what happens to it after that. And you might not reach your common goal, and you might only reach it probably after, I don't know, the competitors already are there, and then what happens? So who's going to win at the end? And then I think that's the thing I learned from it.
So I mean, I do agree with Lynette also, like about the driving things to the common with a common goal. Yeah. So that's why we will want to hear everybody out, right?
Yeah.
And then bring everybody to the common goal. Yeah. So then there will be no conflict.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about conflict? Carol and Brenda, maybe we hear from both of them.
Oh my. I in the past, I would just really avoid at all costs. So if I feel that the other party is like getting frustrated and I understand the other part, then I will rather just shut up and then close off myself, than to really have my views heard. I wouldn't volunteer at all, because I just want to make sure that, okay, I don't want to fight. I don't want to have a disagreement. I just want harmony. So and that affected my relationship previously with my ex-husband, because it's like it is an opportunity for me to have my voice heard, but I chose not to. Yeah, so I chose to just shut down. Yeah.
Right.
Thinking that I'm not going to have any conflict, so that we can actually live happily ever after. And then it's actually a bad thing, because I'm sweeping the problems under the carpet, and I just refuse to deal with it. Yeah.
So the immediate, when we don't deal with the immediate conflict, and it actually snowball into a bigger problem, a chaos that is beyond salvage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
How
just the
about you, Brenda?
opposite. I'm just the opposite of Carol. I used to fight. My 8 was very strong, so I will fight, and I will try to let people understand where I stand, what my thought was all the way, But nowadays I actually retract. That means I will actually step back. I will be more cool, and it's like giving the impression that I will tap. I don't care, but actually, it's not true, because after that everybody cool down. Then I will be the peacemaker. Yeah, so it's actually totally opposite now. Yeah, then I will talk sense. I will help the other person or myself to understand why I did what I did, and or I did not do what I did not do. Yeah, so it's opposite, totally opposite now. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So with more self-awareness, then
Yes.
you are able to manage conflicts better, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, right here for the four of us, right? From my understanding, three of us are all 9-wing-1, and only Brenda is 9-wing-8.
Oh.
Challenger, the boss. Yeah, so you can
Yeah.
see that if you all notice, right, in our interaction when we work together in the community work, she is actually more assertive, right, to a
Yes,
certain
yes,
level.
yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh,
so that is a
okay.
strength. That is a strength, okay, which are the nines we want to learn to be more assertive, because we always give way, give way. 对吗? Right. Okay. So then, what is your worldview then? Let's share with the audience. What is our worldview? Let them into our mind. How do you see this world and see your life? Wow, very deep question.
Yeah. Lynette,
All like looking very lost already.
Hey, I went first. Your turn.
She's like, yeah,
Then
you
the
and
wind
then
is coming out.
the clouds. Can you please descend? Yeah. So, for example, give you some example,
yeah.
Yes. Don't worry. I was waiting for that purposely, intentionally. Right. For example, the sixes, for example, they believe that everything is very suspicious, and everything that can go wrong will go wrong. Yeah. So that's why they are very driven by uh, the need for security, ma. That's why they must have plan A, plan B, plan C, all the way to C also possible, right? Yeah. And then probably for the eights, maybe their not maybe, I mean their worldview goes in that direction, as in like they are in control. There must be justice. Yeah, they are the leader. Yeah. And then for the one, yeah, is a perfectionist, right? So their worldview is everything must be right, must be done in the right way. Something along those lines. Yeah, you get where I'm going. So,
Mm.
so what about your worldviews? Then because type 1 is there's only a right way, and let me teach you. Yeah, and the two, their worldview goes something like that. They are very supportive. They are the giver. I support, empower others. They like others can't do without them. They must. They are the helper. They need that. They need to be needed. They need to help. So what about yours? Are we having the same similar type? If you're still thinking, then I give you type 3. Maybe type 3, their worldview is like, oh, the world is a contest. I can win if I work hard and appear successful. So that's why the 3, they all always want to look good, right? Look good and successful. Yes, fake it till you make it. They buy into those kind of phrases. Yeah. How about the nice?
Okay, I go first. I go first. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I think my type 8 is still there. Yeah. I always believe, when since young, I will always stand up for injustice.
Mm-hmm.
So I always think
Okay.
that I can be the heroine. It's like when the teacher scolded my classmate for doing something wrong, right? If I know, I will just go to the teacher and say, no, you have accused my friend, that kind of thing. So today a little bit shifted. I'm still like that, but I also believe that everything can work out. Just cool about it. Yeah.
Chill lah, stay cool,
Yeah,
stay
chill.
calm,
Yeah.
right?
Can. 船到桥头自然直. Yeah. I always think that
Wow,
way.
有墨水啊. You want to explain
Yeah.
that for those who are English speaking and don't understand Chinese?
Yeah.
What
At
does
the
that
end
mean?
of the day, everything can be resolved. Every problem can be resolved. Yeah, just be chill and cool. Yeah. So that's why maybe I gave the impression that I'm too cool about when things happen. Yeah. So how about Linda and Carol?
Yeah.
Oh, great, curious question. So when you give the impression that that you're cool when things happen, then what happens?
Yeah, especially my spouse always says that I will chop off. But actually it's not. I will tell him, you wait for a few days, things will get solved.
Don't panic lah. Stay calm, right?
Yeah, doesn't mean that I sit at it and don't do anything. I do pray and I do take action. I do go and source what can be done. Just that I don't react like what I used to be. Yeah, so
Right.
but in my heart, of course, I'm like, make sure that I really solve.
Okay. I mean, I can relate to the stay calm, chill. Everything will fall in place.
Yes,
Everything will work out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How about Carol and Lynette?
Wow, for me, it's like I don't know whether it's because of my job, in the past. It's like for me, it's expect the worst, hope for the best.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've also been accused. Maybe it's the perfectionist in me, that's actually driving this. I've been accused that I actually run my entire household and the kids' life, the entire family life on a schedule. For me, because it's easier to control, and then it's peaceful for me, so that I know that from this time to this time I'm doing this. So there's no overrun, because everything is overrun. Then that means it's not perfect anymore. Probably because of that, and also that suddenly I've been thrown into a space where I have no control, and which I absolutely hate. And in my job previously as a project manager, prior to coming out starting my own business, I never like surprises. For me, it's like, this is the plan. You go through this plan, and then the thing is that things will happen, and I get really, really frustrated and really upset when it happens. So this, I think, the one in me was probably quite strong during that time, and I get frustrated. Then I would actually yell at other people, like, why isn't this? Like, can't you just anticipate what are the things that you could? You would have known it when you see the first sign, but you don't come and tell me until now. Then expect me to solve your problem. So I get really upset, I get really angry as well.
Well, it's very difficult to imagine her in that light, huh? That we have
I was
not
at the
seen
worst
you
place
that way.
after this. Don't.
Yeah,
Wasn't
because the you that we are seeing now is very chill, very cool, very calm.
Yeah, well, that was a horrible period of time of my time, so I never really want to go back there ever again.
So in that kind of environment, is very uncomfortable for you?
Very much. It's like every
Very,
day. I kind of there was a period of time that I really dread going to work, and to the extent I was like, okay, this I have to, because I need this job. It's the means to pay the bills. So and I wasn't living my passion, so it was very difficult.
So by besides that incident, right, or that experience, like by default, what would you more naturally inclined to react when things happen? Like, what is your first instinct reaction?
Try to solve the problem.
You try to
So,
solve the
yeah.
problem.
Yeah, try to
Okay,
solve the
but were
problem.
you like
And
very panicky, or you were like, okay, stay calm. Okay, let's focus
yeah,
on
a
how to
bit
solve.
more calm inside. Okay, no point, telling me who started it and all, because I can't change the past. Just focus on how to solve the problem. So that I want solutions, and so that we move on and keep moving on. Yeah.
So the first instinct is like, okay, stay calm, Is it? Okay, right. Lynette,
Yeah. That's something that I
stay,
can relate to.
can relate, huh?
Yeah, stay calm.
Stay
No
calm,
point
right?
panicking.
Right.
No
I think,
point panicking. Yeah.
yeah, I think that's very natural for us, lah. Which is what most majority of the nines, whether you are more self-aware, less self-aware, your first instinct is to like stay calm. Stay calm first, then the secondary thing will kick in. Yeah, be it
Yes.
your
Right.
wing 8 or your wing 1, or the other strength of the other types will kick in. But the very initial first one is stay calm.
There's
Yeah,
no
I think
point
that's
panicking.
yeah, that's very distinct about the nines. Yeah. Sometimes too calm, yeah, what Brenda mentioned, or too chill until people feel that we
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
bother.
like,
Bocha.
you got emotion or not one? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, let's move on to the next question I have. Which is, what is the one thing that is very evident in you besides the stay calm? Okay. Let's explore other areas. Be it can be the area of mindset, emotional state, or behavioral pattern, like that is very evident in you. Can think of something that's super
Example?
evident in you. What
Oh,
example again?
I got idea. I have idea. Let's
Okay.
test water. See correct.
Okay. Lie. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Based on the test, I'm a 9 wing 1, right? So because of this perfectionist trait in me, I always procrastinate. So I tend to procrastinate, and I still tend to procrastinate because I always want to have the idea that I can do better, that I need to do better, or
Mm.
this one cannot make it yet. So let's not do anything about it, or let's continue working on it. But I realize that this is also a double edge, because on the other side is you work until the cows come home, and the cows can come home, you're still not happy with it. And then what next?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now it's I learned that if I don't start, then I don't learn, and if I don't learn, then where's the perfection gonna come from? So if I don't start, then I can't perfect it, right? So that's something that is pretty evident, especially now that I'm coming out of my own comfort zone and doing my own thing, right? It's like being in my comfort zone is very comfortable, but if I don't go out of it, then I don't grow, and because I don't grow, then I can't grow my passion in helping others as well. So nobody will know. I'm still in my comfort zone. Yeah. So that's what I realized, that it's actually double edged for the perfectionist streak. Yeah.
How about you, Carol? What is something
I
that's
can
very
totally
evident?
relate to what Lynette has said.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's like sometimes I find that I tend to avoid certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, avoid certain things. It's like, okay, procrastination is one thing, but it's just, trying to avoid the pain of doing something, even though it's already in the schedule that I need to do it, but I purposely make a choice, to do something else. Yeah. And also easily get distracted as well. I will just do this, then after that I have this thought, was, oh, I haven't done this, then I just move on and do something else, then leave this halfway done. And then after that, then come back, do a bit here, do a bit there, do a bit here. Then in the end, nothing gets done.
Oh, so
Mm.
easily distracted.
Easily
Yep.
distracted. And also because it's like, I know that if I continue, there will be some certain amount of pain that's associated with it. Let's say, household chores, for example. I mean, we're all moms here, we have to do household chores. So there are certain household chores that I dread doing. Then I will just like start halfway, and then like maybe I go and find something else to do, and then hopefully maybe my husband will pick it up, then I will move on something, and then after that I see not done, okay, I'll come and do a little bit and try, and then in the end nothing really gets done.
Okay. Right. That's interesting. Yeah. Brenda.
I seems to be a bit different.
Yeah. Because you wing
yeah.
it, ma.
Oh, okay. So I'm very systematic. Every morning I make sure that I have 15 minutes to go through my schedule and then reflect what was not done yesterday. And then I will just pin it down what I need to do today, urgent or important. So I usually want to complete what I need to do that is urgent. And but sometimes, of course, household chore, I will think whatever that my husband or my children can do, I'll just put it aside. But still, it's in me that yes, things that need to be completed. I don't tend to procrastinate. In fact, I would want to do it fast, but of course, we have our own limitations sometimes due to the many things on our plate. So I got to assess which are the important, urgent, whatever, or I can dedicate. Delegation is actually my strength. I delegate.
Right.
I try. If you don't, then no choice. I know I just have to. But if I can push my way through, I will delegate. So that is more of it, right? Correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I can relate
but
to that.
but sometimes my thought is actually is to help another person to come out from their comfort zone to help them. So that makes me feel better. Yeah. So, but it's actually to complete the task.
Okay. But like,
So,
but that's trying to relate compared to what Carol and Lynette is like,
yeah,
and then what you are not like.
yeah. I'm not.
But
Yeah,
how
I'm a
about
bit different.
but how about the one thing that is very evident in you? Very
Mm.
evident. It can be
In terms of
mindset.
mindset, I'm very positive.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that is why I'm so chill and cool about things. That things will,
Mm.
will be solved. So I'm very positive with things. Even if I'm down, if I'm depressed, I will still be positive with the future. That yes, it will. Just that at the moment, let me enjoy this emotional stage. Yeah,
Mm. Okay, that's
yeah,
interesting. Yeah. So you realize that the one thing that's very evident in you is that you're actually very pretty optimistic now. Very positive.
yeah.
Positive. Okay. So one is evident is procrastinating, and one is easily distracted. Yeah. Yeah. So I can relate to Lynette and I think I relate more to Lynette lah in terms of the procrastinating as like when I feel overwhelmed. Yeah, for me and overwhelmed, and then also being the perfectionist. Yeah, like it can be better. It can be better. Like if it's not better, you want to. Yeah, so it's like it's self sabotaging, lor. Yeah,
I
until
keep working on it, right?
working on it, like the cows go home already. Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
But
that's something
I always
I.
feel that things cannot be perfect. So just do it.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah,
the growth,
now,
that's
now
our
working
growth.
towards that, lah. Just do it,
Yeah,
lor.
yeah. That's
So
why now
easy
you just
doing it
just
now.
go only.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah,
think so much. Just
yeah.
do.
Like this
Yeah.
this background cover. I think that I can find a better image. But never mind lah. Just go with it. Yeah, that's how small things like that. Yeah, it will actually
I
irritate
think
me as well.
can also can relate to what Brenda was saying about I would I actually would look at my schedule the day before to see, okay, so this is what my day is going to be like, so I plan also, like the perfectionist, the thought is coming in, okay, so this is what I can do first, and then what's the most important thing, oh, that deadline is coming up, I must better do it now, cannot
Mm.
procrastinate anymore. Cannot put it at the back anymore. Yeah,
That
Yeah,
so
I
helps,
think what
right?
helps.
yeah,
Yeah, what
yeah,
helps me also was prioritizing.
yes,
Yeah, because so
prioritizing.
many things, right? And then we are
Yeah,
those type that we were okay now, just take one, right?
yeah, cannot say
Yeah,
no.
Yeah,
so we when we learn to prioritize, that actually will help us a lot in our
yeah,
time management and in getting our tasks done. Nah. So if you for our audience out there, if you can relate to what we are sharing, then prioritizing, looking at time management, time scheduling your time, and all this will help. some tips that we hope that are helpful for you to with your struggle in procrastinating or being distracted or always very negative mindset. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. Yay, the love language. Yeah, who wants to share first about your love language?
Brenda,
Touch.
expert.
The love language.
Act of service.
Mm.
My act of service, yes. So
Yeah, so you want to explain to the audience what's act of service?
okay, that means I love my love language is act of service. I will usually serve others, think of what I can give to others, what are the things I can even contribute when they need it. So that makes me feel that yes, something that I will feel love. And even for people who do act of service to me, I feel more love than giving me gifts. Yeah,
Oh, so
so
to,
that's
to
my love
help you
language.
with something, you will feel more
Feel
love
more
than
love.
I just say I love you lah. So
Yes.
say it's like
Yeah.
no weight lah,
Actions
right?
speak louder than words.
Okay. Right. So now we know, you want to show how you love Brenda, yeah.
Do something
So
for her.
her events team, if you are listening, show Mama Brenda your love, with your
Yes.
service. Right. How about Carol and Lynette? What are your love language?
Touch.
Touch,
Yeah.
physical touch.
Physical
Okay.
touch. Yeah.
So the receiving or the giving?
Both.
Both.
I'm very much of a hugger. So, I have encroached in people's personal space. And then, this whole pandemic situation, it's proved to be a bit hard for me because I have to refrain myself from touching the people that I care about, which is all of you, here. Yeah. So it has been a bit tough for a while. So I just hug my kids a bit more, hug my husband a bit more.
Okay. Yeah. So now we also know, yeah.
So whenever you see Carol, you just give her a big hug and then she's good, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So Carol, you're gonna expect a lot of hugs. Okay.
Okay, come on, bring
Yes.
it on.
Right.
Okay.
How about you, Lynette?
I was just thinking about what Carol was saying. I love giving hugs, especially to I love giving hugs. But
How can we show that we love you?
love language?
How would you feel
it's,
loved?
I'm tossing between the act of service and words of affirmation. Yeah, but I think act of service is probably stronger in that sense.
Right.
Because when, like, for example, I like delegating stuff as well, right? Like what Mama Brenda was saying just now. I delegate my chores with the pretext that I'm training you for the future life skills. So we manage, everybody got equal share, so must delegate lah. So you also learn as a result. But when they do it, actually I feel loved because it gives me time to do the things I want to do. Yeah. So that's, I think that's also my stronger love language than the affirmation.
Right. So also same thing. Yeah. Action speaks louder than words.
Correct. Because
Okay,
you talk, then no action, then
Yeah.
All right.
No action for what?
So Lynette, how can we help you?
You want to come and do something for me? So act of service.
You need to do anyone to help you to do laundry, chores.
Washing machine can do it very well. Right? But my chores are delegated out already. Everyone has a specific role to play, so there's no conflict. You see, I thought you say you're going to do this. I thought you say no. Everybody has very specific chores that they need to do already.
Okay, one thing about Lynette is, you are a very strong woman, right? I mean, we can. That's the vibes. That's the experience that I'm getting from you, lah. You're very strong, very in control. So then, wow, like she don't need any help, leh. That's why I asked, how can we help you? What's act of service, ma?
Okay, so like for example, right? like for example, okay, when I was first tasked to host the MEM, I was shaking in my knees. It's like, oh God, yeah, I not hosted before, and it's going to be online, virtual, and it's live. I don't have anything to read. But what I really appreciated was Anita coming forward and say, "Hey, babe, let's just run through it." So that was a really an act of service on her part to step forward. I think that's what I learned is also that's her personality type, right? That she just
Yes.
so that I really I appreciated it. I'm still kissing her feet now. Okay, let's put it that way. She helped me actually go through and then run it, and the practice that we did helped me to visualize and to think of, okay, so what can we say? So there was a script that we crafted out, and then of course I must do my part lah. So I actually came out with it. But that act of service that she did for me, I was like, oh, as I said, that's why I'm still kissing her feet.
Oh my
So
God.
that really helped. Yeah, I think we all have a fear and we all have discomfort. But when another person actually steps out and say, hey, actually, do you need help? Shall we run through it? I was like, oh yes, please. So that was an act of service. Yeah. So I was
Yeah.
very
So
grateful.
now we all learn although she may look very control, very zai and all that, she will need help.
Yeah, hey, even the MEM the live one, it's like, oh shoot. Goodness gracious, I was like sweating.
Okay, there's someone here who want to say hi, Ellie.
Oh,
Hi, Ellie.
Ellie. Oh, Ellie.
Whose friend is it?
Hello. Ellie is my buddy.
Oh,
my cell group assist ACGC,
right.
ACGL.
Okay, hi, Ellie.
Champs Tuition. She's from the Champs Tuition. Yes.
Nice to
Yeah.
see you here. Nice for
Yeah.
supporting. Thank you for supporting us. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, that's the love language. And mine, if you all still don't know, is quality time, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why, I like to spend time with you all, spend time. So catching up, talking, getting to know how you're doing and all that. And it's both, my showing as well as my receiving. So if you spend time with me, I feel love already. Yeah, very
Okay.
easy to satisfy. Yeah. Okay, come. Let's what's this? How do you express your love to your loved ones? Friend, I think we pretty much covered that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the next question. So, after knowing more about yourself, right, through the shape model, what are some of your observations and takeaway about yourself that we can share with the audience? Something that because I believe their personality. Do you know that the ratio, the proportion of the nines in, okay, we talk about Singapore alone, is actually we are the majority.
Oh,
Very high. Yeah. Very
Yes,
high.
yeah, a majority are nines. Yeah, here. So let's share our observations and our takeaway about our own personality, so that our audience can benefit from this as well and be more aware. Because our main goal is to create awareness, right? To jumpstart your journey of self discovery. Right. Who wants to jump in first? Smile again. Yeah, must point finger one, is it? Carol,
Okay.
smile is the widest.
Because I have already answered for you. I want to give Lynette and Brenda have a chance to talk, you see.
and
That's
it's
why.
okay. You go first. We each had a turn. Now your turn.
Yeah. For me, it's just being able to reconcile, why I felt a certain way. Because for the longest period of time, people, when I was much younger, before knowing much about myself, people would tell me things like, you are very much a dreamer, and then, or I'm being unrealistic, or I'm very disconnected with them. So it's like, I have friends and they don't feel that I am connected with them on a deeper level. But for me, it's like quite deep already, lor. you know. Yeah. So that's the thing. And by doing this the personality test and Enneagram, understanding what is my core personality really helped me to reconcile, so that I was able to let go of that past, because I felt that I'm not being appreciated. that people don't know me. I'm lost. I'm so alone in the world. And also, me being a 9, but the thing is sometimes we will retreat to being a 6, for security reason. And many times, when I'm going through a lot of challenges in my life, that I will always come from the space of a 6, and that hindered me in terms of my personal growth, in terms of my personal journey, and also in terms of how I deal with my family, my kids, how I handle my business as well. So and understanding that, I become more aware. So I know that, okay, when I start to retreat to a six type, then I push
Unhealthy
myself.
6 lah, to
Unhealthy,
clarify
yeah.
that. Unhealthy
Yes,
6,
what
because a
unhealthy
healthy 6
6
is
is.
very strong, courageous.
Yeah. So very unhealthy, that
Six,
I
what
get.
6? For the audience who don't know, what is a 6?
Yeah.
If they come for our knowing me, knowing you talk,
Oh.
we'll find out more about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because lunchtime chat show very
Okay.
short. We
Oh,
cannot
okay.
finish.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah. So
to
very
just
unhealthy.
disclaimer is unhealthy 6. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, sorry. Yes, unhealthy 6. So it's become so unhealthy that I ended up just shutting myself away from what's important. Then I became I become being trapped in my own comfort cocoon, and I'm unable to move forward. And then I'll go into a downward spiral. So knowing that, what is how do I go into an unhealthy 6? And then I also realized that I have to also to grow my wings as well. Being a wing 1, I knew that I have to actually grow my 8. And also realize that how come when I was in my job previously, I was able to activate the 8 because it's a requirement. So how can I automatically activate right now, doing what I'm doing right now? So at that time, it was out of necessity. Right now, it's like, how can I actually just bring it on, at a snap of a finger?
Yeah, I think that is a very good example of to share the point about we all have the strength and the weaknesses of the other types, the traits in us, but at the core, we are still belong to the nice, yeah. But so circumstances and different layers, different overlays will help or create the opportunity for the other traits to be evident, to show up in us. Yeah, like what Carol mentioned, the 8s to show up in that circumstances. Yeah. How about Brenda and Lynette? After you know about yourself, so what are some of your observations and takeaways?
Okay, I go first, Lynette.
Yeah.
Okay, I still cannot really make decision. Especially there are some decisions that I have to make over the years I still never make. So when I am given too many choices, I tend to not make decision at all. So example like simple thing like asking me what to eat. Never ask me what to eat. I really don't know. I will always I really cannot make decision. Tell me chicken or duck or rice or noodle easier for me. So
That's a tip there. That's a tip. Yeah, that's a tip for the audience.
or eat or don't eat are better.
Actually, for me, it's I really don't care.
But I don't care, but the thing is I cannot make decisions. So it's better not to just make decision for me. So Lilian will realize that every time when we go out and she will say, share. I said, wow, best. Because share, right, meaning that she will make the decision and I can eat. So there are things like this. So there are some household things that I still have to make decision, which I have not. So that's something that I have to really learn to make a decision, because everybody is waiting for my decision. So that is, I think, my weakness. So an area that I need to really learn. Yeah.
Well, that's a great self-awareness and observation there. So because that's the jump start of growing and improving in our weaknesses, right? Because how we do one thing is how we do everything. And if a simple thing like what to eat, right? We also have challenge making that decision. Can you imagine major decisions in our lives?
Yes.
So that is one area that we I also struggle with that before and still learning to cope with that. Yeah.
That's why
So,
in business and work, right, I always believe in having buddies or partners, because I know I cannot make decision. So I need all these buddies or partners to really come alongside with me and help me with this decision making. Otherwise, I think I will sit on it for life.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's one way how you this one another tip that Brenda is giving away. So if your audience if you didn't catch it, the first one was she mentioned the what you call it?
A or B, one or two.
A or B, yeah. Give her the option, right? Give her the option so you can help support a type 9 if they're very indecisive, give them option, right? A or B. Then just now the second one was what was the other tip?
You need buddies or partners
Yes,
to work
buddy,
to help to
support.
make decision.
Yes, to support you. If you know that you are weaker in this area, then get a buddy to support you. Then when you practice, you become stronger, the more aware, self-aware, the stronger you become, then you will be able to handle that subsequently. Yeah. Great. How about Lynette? Come, let's share your observations and takeaways.
Look at her mouth.
Let's
Oh,
share.
Okay.
Okay, when you're thinking, let's say
Sarah,
someone
yeah,
wants to say
meet Sarah.
hi.
Yes, Sarah.
Yes, Sarah, say hi, ha ha ha. Then you have strong Enneagram types in your team.
Yay.
Yes,
He's talking about event team.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Sarah is the 8. Yes, yeah.
Oh, she's quite a character. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's I resonate with a lot of what Carol had shared and what Brenda had shared as well, because I see that in myself as well. Um, I think food wise, like I said, I really don't care lah. To eat is to eat lah. It's like feel my stomach. That's it. Don't ask me what to eat. It's like a small thing. Don't need to use brain juice over it. I just eat to feel myself. Finish. That's why when if I'm alone and if I have to cook, I don't mind just having salad. But that's besides the point. I think going back to where we started when we talk about the type 9 being like the mediator or not having being able to blend into different environments, it's two ways, right? So when I was in corporate, I was able to do that, and it's very true like what Carol said also, that 8 came out very strong and the 1 as well. So those two traits come out very strongly, and it's because it's what's demanded of you to do at that point. You don't think, you just do. But now when I'm on my own, I have time to think and if I don't have to make a decision, even better. Or but then I realized that sometimes I'm running against the decision of why I started what I'm doing, and that made me put emergency brake and stop and think and reevaluate, is that really what I want to do? Because yes, I can do it, but is that resonating with my purpose or my mission of what I started to do in the first place? And that's when I when I pull the emergency brake, that's when I stop and think, because it's a good thing, but might not be what I want to do right now. And that's so being very clear of what direction you want to go, or some people say your passion, your mission in life, what those are. It's my guide, and that's why I said I like to be that torch, but really it's the client is the torch, and I am just guiding law. If point this way wrong way, then point the other way law, then if point another way, and see which one ends up being the path that you choose. And that's actually my journey of discovery as well. Just do it. Don't be afraid, because we are also our own worst critique. Because when we say cannot, then who's going to tell you can? Unless you have a community like the Women of Courage Asia, where we support each other along our journey, then it's different. But then if you say cannot, then you, like the kids' language now, you gg.com lah. You really cannot lah. Because nobody's gonna say, hey, try lah. You don't know if it's gonna, because when you're an entrepreneur or mompreneur, as I call myself, you have to take a decision, you have to take a stand. Yeah. And you have to speak for yourself, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I do relate with what you have shared as well. So like for me, I'm my observation for myself and takeaway is the inner critic, yeah, is very, very strong. So before anyone criticize me, right, please be rest assured, I already criticized myself, don't know, 1,000 times or more. Right. Yeah. So that's something that I'm constantly catching myself, to stop it, stop criticizing yourself. Yeah. And then the other one thing that is very evident is I'm very spontaneous. Yeah. So very instinctual, because maybe we were also understanding that we belong to the body center
Yeah.
type. So
Yeah.
like I'm very instantaneous, very spontaneous. Yeah. So the struggle is the thinking. That's why the core, the sin of the so-called the sin of the nine, right, is a sloth, is laziness.
Mm.
Right.
Mm.
Not laziness is not as in like physically lazy, because we can be very busy doing things, right?
Yeah.
Getting
Mm.
ourselves distracted, numbing ourselves, from procrastinating on something that's important and all that stuff. But more the laziness is relating more towards the thinking. Like just now, Lynette said, you need to pull the handbrake and sit down and think. So that is something that I observe about myself as well. That yeah, I need to be intentionally spending more time thinking than just do. Yeah. So if y'all find me, Brenda working very closely with me will know, like, what, I'm super spontaneous. So she has to like hold me
Hold her
on,
breath. Hold her
hold my
breath.
break. Yes, yeah.
Yeah. I have to sit beside her.
Yeah, she got to pull my handbrake.
Driving
Yeah.
instructor.
Yeah.
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 So that's a very good. Thanks for sharing the your takeaway, your observation, because not everyone is self-aware, right? That's why we are all together, working together to create more awareness in discovering more about self, be it whether for more confident, building more confidence for yourself, or for your business engagement, or for parenting, or for your own personal life. I think that is the first 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 step that we want
Mm.
to jumpstart with. So with that, on that note, right? Maybe Carol, would you like to share with us what's to jumpstart that journey, right? What can our audience look forward to, and to jumpstart this journey?
Well, the
Happening on the
sunset.
7th?
What's happening on the 7th? The 7th is, it's we were having a webinar for this first ever women, transformative boot camp that we're working together with in collaboration with Women of Courage Asia
Yeah.
and this is a first initiative with Class Living itself. So I'm glad to be one of the partners to be able to put forth as well. Lina is also going to be one of the facilitators at the
Yay.
entire weekend. Brenda as well as part of the team. She will be, supporting Lillian as well. So yes, it's the first female for female, and it's a live-in, stay in weekend. Well, the difference is why stay in, because as women we have a lot of distraction in our lives, and I know there's a lot of weekend webinars and seminars that you can attend. You go and then you go back home. You learn and then you go back home and you get distracted because so many things happening in our life, right? When we wear so many different hats. And a lot of the times also we know for us women, we don't take enough time for ourselves. So that's why we wanted to do this, is like live in, so that you can literally be take yourself away from the hustle and bustle that you're going through in your life right now, and then really focus on yourself. Because for us women, especially moms, we are the pillar of strength, and we hold everybody together at home. Because if we fail, if you fall down, if you fall sick, that's it. Everything just doesn't move at all. So it's just like the aeroplane theory. We have to take care of ourselves first, fill ourselves up, so that we have more to spill over and give. So this is what we wanted to do for all the women out there. And this whole idea was actually conceived during the whole COVID pandemic period. And for a start, we didn't know whether this is going to happen or not. But somehow God just let us down this way, and then and also Singapore government has actually done a very good job in actually containing the whole spread of the pandemic. And so we're bringing this to you. And then so it's just a preview for you to understand. First of all, we need to start with ourselves first. So we need to start working on ourselves, to heal ourselves, to fill up ourselves. Then we have more to give. And also there's this Chinese saying, 知己知彼，百战百胜. It means that the more you know yourself, right?
Wow, another more sui. How many more sui do we have here?
Like
Can you
philosophy.
please explain yourself to the audience?
Yes, for those English speaking
孙
audience,
子兵
what
法
it
来的。
means- yeah, it actually means that if you know yourself, right, you have more self-awareness. If you know yourself, right, you can go on to and take on every battle in your life with confidence. Yeah, so that's what it is. So we yes, and then for women, we are so powerful, right now. High to that. So we fill ourselves with power. Come together with a whole bunch of all these ladies who are like-minded, so that we can rise together. So we have the courage to take the step forward.
Yes.
Especially, it's end of the year. This year, whole year 2020 is already it's gone. So we can start anew. Start year 2021 anew. Power up so that we can really lead. Because women are leaders. Are leaders, so we can lead everybody, lead the people around us. Our children look up to us as leaders, so that we can really take charge and then move forward, push.
Yes, so that's what we're going to happen on the 7th, right? It's Wednesday. It's a live webinar, and then we're going to share, some tips, some strategies. In fact, 3 simple steps that you can actually jumpstart your journey of transformation. Even before the bootcamp, during the webinar, you will learn something. You will take away something that's applicable, practical, that jumpstart your journey. And then you're going to hear stories of courage, stories of breakthrough, right, to inspire yourself on that journey. So if you're sick and tired of living a very stuck pattern, and and not having your dreams fulfilled, not having your goals done, you set your goals early in the beginning of the year, it's still nothing's still happening until now. This is the time that you want to invest in yourself. Set aside this time. It's only like 1.5 hours, right? 1.5 hours of your time together with us, a bunch of women filled with courage. Come and inject yourself with a dose of courage with us. So the link is below. Click on the link below. So we'll see you on the Wednesday for that. And we are all from Women of Courage Asia community. So what happens every month? What happened every last Tuesday of the month? Right? Who wants to share? Who wants to share about this one? Lynette,
Lynette will be sharing the story of courage.
Okay. So the MC last month will share about the thing this month, right? So that link that you see below, that's the link. That's the web link for you to register into the Women of Courage Asia. So we are actually a female women empowerment platform that's just a community coming together to empower, inspire, and encourage women. So long as you're a female, you can join. Female, I emphasize. So it's happening on the 27th of October. And we're going to be doing it both on a live location as well as via Zoom. So via Zoom has been quite interesting because we've got attendees from overseas dialing in as well. So that's been quite exciting for us. So for those that are live, of course, please do join us, especially those that are in Singapore. So it starts at 6:30. And the one that's next month, this month actually, we're in October, we will have Vivian, who's a style coach, right? That's her title, and Enneagram. And I'm going to be sharing my story of courage.
She's going to share her story of courage. Don't miss it, okay?
So that's quite that's nerve-wracking. But
I can't wait, Lynette.
Oh no. Okay, so that's going to be stepping out of the comfort zone again for me. So that's my sharing of the story of in the story of courage segment. So if you'd like to join us, it's a safe space that we've created. So
and it's complimentary, So
we've deliberately made it complimentary so that anyone from all walks of life can join us and just listen to the stories that we have to share, and hopefully you will have some form of takeaway and be empowered at the end of the session. Actually, one thing I wanted to clarify, right? When you were sharing about the boot camp, So the link that's for the 7th of October is actually for the webinar. So that's the preview talk. But when is the actual bootcamp starting? It's in November, or what are the dates again?
Yes, the November 20th to 23rd. That is the boot camp that's happening at Furama
Rama
Riverfront. Yes,
Fun.
Furama
That's going to
Riverfront
be,
Hotel. Yeah.
yeah.
So it's going to have a great time. Okay. And Brenda, you have any last word before we wrap up the session?
Looking forward to see everyone to join us for the monthly empowerment meeting as well as the preview for the bootcamp.
Yeah, the live
Yes.
webinar. So yeah, it's something that you will take away with practical steps to apply in your life. Okay, so thank you so much, ladies, for setting aside your time, your lunch time, to come on and share your takeaway, your observation about yourself, taking the courage to be you. So join us every Tuesday and Thursday, 12:30. So I'll see you again on Thursday, which we will wrap up this whole series about the Enneagram personality with none other than Cindy Leong, who's yes, Cindy, she is my trainer. Yes, my 师傅. So on Enneagram, and we're going to hear from her. So I'll see you on Thursday. Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.